The syndicalists achieve Italian majority. No surprise there, apparently. That would be in this part over here, because these are social democrats. France are still syndicalists. Britain is still syndicalists. I think, depending on how their election, we got the pop-up about Annie Kenny. I think someone else could have been elected and it could have gone totalists. Excellent! Hooray! 11th of July, 1302. Oh, will always be remembered as the great victory over the French army at Goggensporenslag. On this day, an inferior Flemish army defeated the French knights. This victory marked an important point in the creation of the independent Flemish movement, has been immortalized by the Roman by someone. With German forces spread so thin to suppress the resistance of the Flemish resistance, has prepared a massive attack to liberate the cities of Bruges, Ghent, Gortrek, and Ostend. Due to our small forces... Oh, why did we spread out our troops? Oh, what a stupid decision. We're quickly overrun, and after 5 hours of heavy fighting, the last stronghold in Ghent fell, and the Flemish line proudly waved atop its battlements. We've lost control over West and East Flanders. Stupid, sexy Flanders. Gosh, how did we make such a mistake? Mechanical computing. Let's see, it's 36. We're not going to go to the next level. We might just pick up radio at this point, because it's something we're going to want. Oh yeah, I started this kind of early. Yeah, you know, we'll just get this for now. I hadn't realized I was ahead of time on that other one. There's no tech we need right now. We do want to keep doing techs at this time that are going to improve our industry and our research. But other than that... Okay! Walloon hears of Flemish victories. After the victories of the Flemish resistance over German forces, the Walloons... I always said Wallonians. But I don't know, Walloons? 99 Luft Walloons. Now have the opportunity to decide whether or not to work together with the Flemish for a unified Belgium, or seek affiliation with the Commune of France, because there's strong syndicalist presence in Flanders. The syndicalists are inclined towards joining the Commune and help spread the socialist revolution. On the other hand, the royalists would prefer to work together with the Flemish to unify the country and reinstate the king. After days of frenzied discussion, the doors of the headquarters finally open and the decision is made. So, we have two options here. If we hit the top button, effectively what's going to happen is Flanders is going to become independent, run by syndicalists, and we're going to run that. But we're going to choose the second option. Or Wallonia will do. I don't know, one or the other. Instead, we're going to have Wallonians, or Walloons, and the Flemish talk to each other and try to build a unified Belgian. Belgiany! Boom. We'll get one more pop-up very similar to this for the other side. There you go. Flanders receives Walloon deal. After the proposal to the German government failed, the Flemish have now received a deal from the Walloon movement. They ask the Flemish to work together with them to ensure independence for all of Belgium and to reinstate the king. So yeah, Flanders shall be independent, or something in Flemish. L'union fait la force. Unity is strength. So we're going to do this. Boom. Unified Belgium. Assuming I hit all those buttons right. Probably misclick somewhere, and we're going to have a split Belgium instead. We'll call it Flamoon. New Belginnings. Oh, that's funny. There we go. Invested in the Sillen industry. So if we want to go towards the cement, which I still want, we're going to have to go finish the Antwerp-Liège axis and then open the Shell power plant. So we're going to do this. We'll get a little extra infrastructure. Which infrastructure is always nice for lots of things. Resource production. I haven't actually looked at this. What is our resources over here? Right, we've got some, yeah, steel and steel, and steel, and steel. I thought we were producing something else, were we not? Oh no, we're not. We literally just produce steel. Excellent. We're trading a bunch of it away to get some extra factories, which is good. Phase 1 complete. Phase 2, radical socialism. Owen has been cheering for this since the start of the stream. Oh, Poland elects a new king. For almost 2 decades, the Polish throne was empty. Really? Regency Council.
It's whiskey and chocolate.
It's whiskey and chocolate? Who dat? It's Banana Cabana! How much is $5 in Walloons? Oh, like golden Walloons. Nice, Banana. Thank you very much. Kingdom of Siam declared war of the Siamese Federation, so they have a bit of a civil war. Okay. Hainaut attacks. Hainaut? I don't know. After the Flemish and Walloons made their pact to unify Belgium, they launched an assault on the German administration offices in Mons and secured the governor and his family. They are now held hostage, and the rebels are demanding the withdrawal of German forces from Hainaut. We have surrounded the building and are ready to move in if necessary. The chances of extracting the governor successfully are slim, but we could re-secure the building to reinforce it against further attack and tighten the grip on the province. Remember, this point of view is we are the German overlords and oppressors. So do we want to try to attack these, attack the rebels and force and, take the hostages by force and kill off the rebellion? No, we're just going to give in to the rebellion. And say, okay, fine, we'll withdraw. Siamese Revolution. Cannot allow our elites to be harmed, that's right. I'm gonna run back to Germany with the tail between our legs. Rebels push into Antwerp with renewed forces and help from Wallonia. The Flemish resistance has successfully begun pushing into Antwerp. Fighting in the streets immediately ensued, and for 3 days there appeared to be no clear winner. The strategic situation changed when a tank depot fell to Flemish forces, and the Germans retreated to the east side of the city. Simultaneously, a push was orchestrated towards Boom and Dendermonde, ensuring the liberation of most of Antwerp province. So the Germans are going to fall back to Brussels. German forces push back into Brussels. After a defeat at Mons and the return of the governor, we have fallen back into Brussels, where we have dug ourselves in. Any Walloon resistance will have to deal with our fortified position and prepared troops. Watch out, those Walloons are everywhere. They're Walloony. Rebel hype, that's right. The Walloons hold back. They set up a perimeter around Brussels, but appear not to be planning to immediately attack. They may be trying to secure Flanders first before moving against their troops' position in the city. We must be cautious. I do like this. They could have done this as just triggering a civil war, and you're like, oh, right click. Oh, okay, you're done. I like the story type way of running the civil war. Fall back to Brussels. Brussels, of course, known as it is the capital of France. At least in my alt history. I don't know about this Kaiserreich thing. I'm not going to be aligning myself with the Germans. Again, right now, our government is the German puppet government, right? German sympathizers. Although we're down to 5% popular support now. All right. Got wars breaking out. There's a... There we go. Current wars. Siamese Civil War, the Shamari Nejdi War, and the Shibai Mongolian War. So 3 wars right now, 7% world tension. A bit of fighting over here. One of the things I like if you play Russia... There's like, oh, there we go. Hold on. There's a million things that they can do that just give them like claims and war stuff, right? Here's all the stuff to take on the Caucasus, a bunch of stuff for Europe, Middle East, Central Asia. These are all like, war declarations and things like that. It's fun to be very militaristic. Okay. Flemish forces approach the capital. With their victories in Antwerp and the retreat of German forces out of Limburg, we are left with only Brussels and Wallonia. As the movement keeps winning, they gather more support, and by now they heavily outnumber us. The only forces we have left are the divisions located in Brussels and 2 in Wallonia. We will have to make an important decision which will decide the fate of the country. Will we retreat into Germany, thus abandoning Belgium, or will we dig in and try to hold out for as long as we can, hoping that Germany may recover quickly enough to support us? What's interesting here is that I would have thought... Okay, I think the top one, it just takes a little longer. No, this is a different one. Oh, no, I'm... Oh, the given. I'm getting confused about something. Yeah. We're going to hit this. The Germans will evacuate, and we will actually be independent. I was misthinking something. I was like, hold on. I got to check, because I think I'm thinking this wrong. We'll not risk any more German blood. There we go. German forces evacuate Belgium. That's what we've been waiting for. Excellent. On September 13th, at 1939, at 2:37 p.m. in the Royal Palace, the former King Adalbert signed the formal ceasefire treaty, resulting in his immediate abdication, the withdrawal of all German forces from his former territory, and a truce between the reborn nation of Belgium and the German Empire. hundreds of thousands of men, women, and children have come into the streets waving the Belgian flag, chanting the Brabançon, and celebrating the nation's regained independence. It's truly a great day for Belgium, and therefore the world. Long live Belgium. So it's going to reset our stability, which is currently sitting at minus 13%. So it's going to set it to 50, our base war support to 35%, give us a little bit of manpower, and remove, like, all these, like, negative things about, like, mass desertion and Belgian revolution, everything like that. It's going to be over. If I hit this, we will get a new government. Give it a second. We're going to get an event for a flag and stuff. It just takes, there we go, a couple of beats for it to tick. German East Asia declared war on Indo-Chinese Union. Okay. The Belgian flag, after a victory. So now, like, the sort of sense of these things changed now, because it's no longer talking about it from the point of view of the German overlords. Now we're talking about it as Belgians. After our victory over the German occupiers, the provisional government has decided to reinstate the Belgian flag to bolster morale and to show the world that Belgium is free once again. We're back, baby! Hoisted atop the royal palace, the flag waves proudly in the wind. Black, yellow, and red once more. So this is going to give us 300 political power, which is good because we're at minus 339 right now. And our national focus tree is going to change. So this part over here, evaluate the state budget, and everything down here is about to go away. Boom. And a couple of national focuses also automatically change here. So let me just put this aside. You can see now we're going to have this thing for elections. Are we going to have the republic? Are we going to restore the monarchy? And then there's a bunch of different government options down here. Huge amounts of change. The other thing that's happening here with the national focus is complete. It's those decisions on whether we had a fleet of our own or relied on the Kriegsmarine, as well as if we were going to be Masters of Sky or just a supporting role. Those have been made for us because we are indeed not going to be relying on the Germans. So that's there. That's there. Belgian Declaration of Independence, sick of German oppression and the disaster of Black Monday, Belgian independence movements throughout the country have been revolting and performing guerrilla strikes on German army. Due to their own recovery, the German Empire has been unable to support Adalbert I to the fullest and has left the situation escalate beyond their control. After coordinated strikes by the Independence Army on the cities of Mons and Antwerp, they were finally able to push the Flandern Wallonian army back to Brussels, where after fierce fighting, the German king surrendered. The German king. With no clear answer yet from the German Empire, many fear that an independent Belgium might be short-lived, especially with the tensions between the Empire and the Commune of France rising in the strategic location of the country. Good luck, Belgium! Thanks, game. Boom. Okay. So we have to take another national focus here, because some things got a little bit reset. It's interesting it's got Adalbert's Dream still here, but I could have maybe renamed it, but it's going to be okay. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. We can't go auxiliary forces anymore, because instead we're going to be independent forces, which is lovely. So while I do still want to get rid of the Black Friday stuff, I think it's pretty worthwhile going down the election. And we are going to have to make some decisions here as to which way we go. So, I mean, first we'll run the election, 21 days. It'll instantly give us some stability, some political power, and then it'll give us an event to choose between these two options: restoration of the monarchy or the foundation of the Belgian Republic. And then, while some of these you can choose, I think if you go monarchy, you can still go BWP, but I think it's better to go Republic into there, Republic into LP, which is the Liberal Party. And if you want to go on the right-hand side, technically with this one it says you can do it with Republic, but again, I think it's better if you go monarchy. So, yes, people are saying long live the king. So, I guess the big thing to think about is if we wanted to go syndicalists, which is this over here, and be friends with France, and imagine a combined Belgian-French force attacking Germany. Very entertaining in my head. That's one way of doing it. Now, there's the Liberal Party. You've got a lot of like corporation stuff and science stuff, which is really nice. The Catholic Party over here is helping to reform things. And I think some of these might even have events to maybe reunify somehow with the Netherlands or something like that. And then there's this one, which is very interesting. If we go Restoration of the Monarchy, and then eventually we choose Verdenasso over here, this is a very odd tree because it leads to reinforce the greater Belgian idea. And eventually leads to rectifying the Treaty of London, which allows us to have a CB against the Netherlands, as well as reclaim the old Flemish borders, which gives us a CB against France. So let's have an election. And see. Basically back to cutting off hands. Liberal Party, the bastion of democracy, help retake Britain from the Indies. Well, and that's the other thing too, and that's one of the reasons you sort of want to keep an eye on the state of the rest of the world. So right now, Canada is social conservatives, but they can often become liberal. And then if we go to Liberal Party, we could be super good bros with Canada, join the Entente, help them fight against the UK, and probably smack these guys around here too. Everyone wants King Quill retake everything. We need a king. Seize the means of production. All right, we're getting some conflict. Go syndicalism. The Treaty of Arles. Okay, so this is a really interesting decision here. Deep in the Ardennes, in the city of Arles, German and Belgian representatives have gathered to discuss future relations between the two countries. Multiple proposals have been put on the table by both sides until finally an agreement was reached. Belgium would stay in the Reichspakt and help the German Empire in its wars in exchange for full recognition of its sovereignty. While the German delegation can be persuaded to recognize our independence, all requests for the return of Belgian and Luxembourg has thus far been swept off the table. So we can say, no, this is cool, and what's going to happen is we are going to presumably rejoin the Reichspakt. So that is the faction that is sort of Germany and everything over here. Or Belgium will only accept if you give us Luxembourg. And Germany will likely say no. And then we will be independent and factionless. And after a few months, there's going to be a request from Germany, sort of a Danziger War kind of situation, most likely. Never give up, never surrender. Luxembourger broke. Luxembourger War. Luxembourg is Belgium. Belgium will only accept in exchange for Luxembourg. Boom. Luxembourger Luxembourg. Arles treaty talks failed. The German empires refused our proposal and decided to leave the summit. There will be no alliance this time and no concessions. We will seek other allies. So we are going to have a claim on Wallonian Luxembourg and Luxembourg, and we lose the national spirit Middle Europa, basically there, which I believe is the tech sharing maybe, with Germany and all the allies. So Belgium returns to the world stage. With the recent independence of Belgium from their former German masters, the inevitable question that arose from this was simple. What next? The two nations sent representatives to the tiny Ardennes city of Arles in German Luxembourg, near the border with southern Wallonia, and there the future path of Belgium in Europe was decided. Though the Germans proposed formally recognizing Belgium independence if Brussels were to return to the Reichspakt, Belgium was not convinced. Whether or not the negotiators' demand that the Reich also hand over Belgium-Luxembourg was intended as a slight, negotiations at Arles quickly broke down, and the Germans withdrew. For now, at least, Belgium is on its own. So it's interesting that we could have become independent, but still been like a bro with the German Empire. Now we've got nothing, and that's terrifying. And at some point, Germany will come knocking. At this point, we're not so scared of the syndicalists in France. In fact, if we look at our diplomacy map mode, France still doesn't like us too much. That is true. But part of me is like, okay, maybe we should border up over here. It's probably a good time to talk about our divisions and stuff over here. For the memes and the lulz, we're going to keep a bike division. I don't think we need this cavalry division over here, so I'll probably switch you to an infantry one. I don't know. And maybe we can keep you for now, because we do have the material for it. But if we're run out of, motorized vehicles, which I think this uses... Oh, no, it doesn't. It's just more bikes. Oh, never mind then. I actually will switch you. It'll free up more bikes for our actual bike division. Build a defensive wall out of Stroopwafel. So I'm going to switch you to this. We still want to give some love to this division template, because right now it's still not all that strong. But we're going to go ahead and do that. And that's going to be okay. I think it's probably a good idea to start exercising as well. We're going to get some army experience so we can make some changes to these templates. We will be able to grab... independent forces will give us 25 army experience here, so we'll be able to redesign our templates at that point as well. Georgia has joined the Proletarian Alliance. Okay. Dispersed industry. And yeah, we're close enough to 37. I'm going to go ahead and start researching the next level of this. That's going to be fine. You're still making these factories, which I think is okay. Soviet Republic lives. Are you talking about the Georgian stuff over here? Yeah, maybe. It'll be interesting to see what happens over here. Reform the army. They've got a bunch of different ways to do it. Royalist victory in Siam. Oh, wait, what? Oh, what? Yeah, syndicalist Russia. Okay. That's interesting. Guys, I'm feeling syndicalist. Because those are going to be the big boys on the block, man. Yeah, maybe we'll straw poll. Basically, the straw poll, I think, is going to be between either Verdenasso, which is going to want to do the greater Belgian idea and like retake stuff by force. The thing is, if we go syndicalist, we can also go and take that. Or probably the BWP, which is in the syndicalist branch. And even then, there's 3 different options. Okay, I'll make a straw poll here. So, which government? Do we want monarchy into Verdenasso? Hard to make friends. Like, I don't know who we're gonna make friends with at all, to be honest. We may just have to be kind of optimistic and try to attack people who are in the middle of other wars. Or Republic into syndicalists, ally with France, and smash Germany. Create poll, grab the link, vote here. Boom. Boom. I mean, the thing is, we might be able to smash Germany over here too, right? But the problem is, finding, like, a faction to be a part of would be very, 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 very difficult. Oh, it's pretty tight from the start, although the monarchy does have a slight lead. It is slight. All right, looks like we're going alone. Long live the king. So, the monarchy will be reinstated. Boom. Long live Albert I. Belgian elections. All right, so now is the step where, despite having gone, you know, monarchy, we now get to choose between Verdenasso, the Catholic Party, or BWP here. We can't choose the Liberal Party if we've gone this way. And we're going to go with Verdenasso. Twitch democracy leads to Belgian monarchy. And I think it's going to auto-pick some of these national focuses for us. It's going to, like, bypass them? No? Oh, there you go. Bypass. Because, yeah, I can't take the other side now. Yeah. Boom. There you go. And start. It's weird. I don't know. Socialism, I know. So yeah, this will be a challenge, and especially like Germany's gonna come knocking at some point. Right, civilian factories. I think what's gonna happen is I'm gonna follow this up with one military factory over here, and then there's gonna be some land forts being built up here. Let me bring this one up to 4, so it's 4 and 4, although we'll have to worry about bombardment, so we'll probably need some air defenses, because the forts could just get bombarded down to nothingness. Why does democracy hate democracy? Citizens demanding a recount. Alright, construction. You can see here, 55. Is it increased by 55%? I guess it's still an increase. Okay, yeah. For some reason I thought we were getting like a nerf down to 55%. It's still ahead of time, but I think that's okay. Kill Netherlands. Yeah, well, that's certainly going to be the hope. Now, we can fabricate a claim. Right, we're not making motorized. There you go. Verdinasso is elected. Verdinasso succeeded in taking control over the government, and Van Severen has installed his friends and allies in all important roles. They will try to quickly militarize Belgium and try to take much advantage as possible of the rising tensions in Europe, especially the Netherlands, who stole our rightful land after the Treaty of London, will be punished and united under our heel as Dietsland. He will lead the government. Boom.